Good morning, all of you. If I'm audible, then let me know into the chat box so we can start with the discussion. This is the electrical machine 2 session G2MU class. As per the routine practice, let's have the recap of last session. So if you can just let me know into the chat box that what we discussed in the last session, then we can continue our discussion. Or you can just even drop okay, uh, what we discussed in this particular subject. That if that answer is even you can just drop it into the chat box. ये सब्जेक्ट में क्या डिस्कस हुआ है वो भी आप चैट बॉक्स में ड्रॉप कर दो and it would be a great for me. So giving you 2 to 3 minutes, you just keep on, yes, you just respond. So we can continue our discussion. Giving you 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes for it. Okay. Got the response from Bhavesh. Let me see. Only 10 students are there in the class. Nashu. Samir, please respond. क्या डिस्कस किया था लास्ट सेशन में? शर्मिक, please respond. विशाल, विवेक, please respond. Rahul. And Kaushil. Bhavesh has responded. What about the international student? Let me check any international student. Nashru, why you are only there in the session? What about the other international student? Please ask him to or just inform them to join the session so we can start the discussion. As I can see, as I know that Uber sir has already ended the session on time and it's almost 5 minutes has been passed. So what you are doing? Okay, so in the last session, we discussed about the torque. That is the correct response I got from the one student, and that is Bhavish. Torque के बारे में discuss किया था, but exactly what we discuss in the torque, we discuss about the two parameters of the torque. So please respond if you just recall it from your memory. कि कौन से दो पैरामीटर्स टॉर्क में डिस्कस किए थे which two parameters of torque we have discussed in the session. Which of these, which of the parameter of the torque we have discussed in the session? Yeah, correct, correct. Bhavesh responded correctly. What about the other students? Please respond into the chat box. Let me check. Oh, I can see that 60. Oh, acetylamine is there in the class. Monolim is there in the class. And so why you are not responding, acetylamine? Where is the Hagosh? I cannot see the Hagosh in the session. Almin, uh, if I'm audible, and please respond. Okay, so we discussed about the torque in the two conditions. One is the starting uh, condition, and second is the running condition. Let me write it on your screen: starting and the running condition. In these two conditions, we discussed about the torque, and we discussed basically about that if motor is in the starting condition, what will be the value of torque produced by your machine. So that parameter we have discussed in this session. Apart from that, if your machine is in the running condition, then what will be the torque produced? So torque will be dependent upon the which of the parameter of the machine. तो हमने दो चीजें डिस्कस की थी कि आपका मशीन स्टार्टिंग में कितना टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस करेगा और रनिंग में कितना टॉर्क प्रोड्यूस करेगा, वो किसके ऊपर डिपेंड रहेगा, ये सब चीजें हमने लास्ट सेशन में डिस्कस की थी. Now today we are going to have the discussion on torque or maximum torque condition. Torque condition. This is the means when your machine is going to produce the maximum torque. कब आपका machine maximum torque produce करेगा? Because this is very important. Because you should know that if my machine is able to generate the maximum torque at this condition, so you will try that you try to bring those conditions into the picture so machine can produce the maximum torque. Secondly, you always look that if your load is demanding this much torque at this much speed, आपका लोड डिमांड कर रहा है कि ये स्पीड पे मुझे इतना टॉर्क चाहिए, तो यू विल ऑलवेज लुक एट द टॉर्क स्पीड कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स ऑफ योर मशीन एंड यू विल लुक that at what time it is going to produce that torque. So this is very important thing. Okay, so let's start the discussion on it. I'm just sharing you the presentation. If you can see the presentation on your screen, then please respond into the chat box. And we will let me show you. Let's just have the brief of last session. Okay, presentation is on your screen. Let's put it in the full screen mode. Got a response from Hagosh. Yeah, good to see you. Your response, Hagosh. And Deepu Kumar Singh has also responded. Yeah. So यहाँ पे, if you remember, if your machine is in the running condition, then sleep comes into the picture. Now, what is sleep? कोई बता पाएगा? What is sleep? How you define the sleep? आप स्लीप को डिफाइन किस तरह से करते हो? How you define the sleep? Okay. So how you define the sleep? Any one of you sleep किस तरह से define करोगे? So sleep is the difference between the synchronous speed and the actual speed of the machine. This is how you define the sleep of the machine. Okay. Now let's move further in the discussion. Now, if you look at on the rotor EMF produced, you are taking as E2. Rotor resistance we are taking as R2, and the rotor reactance we are taking as a X2. So total reactance on the rotor, आपका जो rotor होगा उसका resistance हमने R2 लिया, उसका reactant X2 लिया, and if you look at the total reactance, that is really R2 square plus SX2 square. अब यहाँ पे रोटर करंट की बात करोगे तो रोटर करंट इज इक्वल टू rotor voltage. Rotor color depends upon the rotor voltage divided by the rotor impedance. So rotor voltage हम यहाँ पे ले रहे हैं S into E2, rotor impedance हम यहाँ पे ले रहे हैं Z2. So this is how you can define the rotor current, and same way rotor power factor will come into the picture. So that is cos phi is equal to R by Z. तो इसका सिंपल इक्वेशन यहाँ पे आएगा R2 by Z2, where we are going to consider the rotor reactance. So ultimately at starting your torque will be S into E2, means rotor induced EMF, rotor current divided by cos phi 2. Now whatever the value we have from the last slide of I2 and cos phi 2, those values we are going to put in this equation. Again, what we are discussing right now, for your information, this theory already has been discussed in the last session. So we are just going to its quick revision. All of you are with me? सबको समझ आ रहा है? जो हमने लास्ट सेशन में डिस्कस किया उसका ही अभी हम रिवीजन कर रहे हैं. So please keep it on your mind. Okay, now if you look at the next parameter, where if you simplify this equation, you will get the answer this one. So you can say that if you further simplify, simplify means you need to keep the constant term aside. So you can conclude that on what parameter this is dependent upon. So ultimately you will get this equation. So this is the starting torque produced by your machine. Now what we can understand from here, that if I want to change the starting torque, मुझे starting torque यहाँ पे change करना है, तो मैं कौन से parameters को alter करूँगा तो मेरा starting parameter starting torque change होगा. Okay, so which parameter I can alter to get the maximum starting torque? And yeah, let's start the discussion on the maximum torque. Okay, now if impedance of the stator winding is assumed to be negligible, then for the given supply, V1 and E2 remain constant. Again, I'm repeating, this is very important. If stator winding assumed to be have the negligible impedance, then supply voltage will remain constant. That is always constant, and your rotor induced EMF will be constant. These are the two important things. So what we can do, we can again take this as a constant. In this equation, इसको हम constant की तरह ले सकते हैं. So already these parameters are constant, and if you add one more constant over here, so you can modify the equation, that will become K. So here I'm writing on your screen 3 upon 2 pi ns into E2 square is equal to, we are taking as a new constant, that is equal to K. हमने यहाँ पे क्यों इसको कांस्टेंट दिया कि सपोज हम यहाँ पे एज्यूम करें कि मेरा स्टेटर का वाइंडिंग का इम्पीडेंस कांस्टेंट है, तो उससे क्या होगा कि आपका गिवन सप्लाई के लिए आपका रोटर इंड्यूस ईएमएफ होगा कांस्टेंट. और इसकी वजह से मैंने ये जो टर्म है E2 मींस रोटर इंड्यूस ईएमएफ, और ये तो ऑलरेडी कांस्टेंट है, सिंक्रोनस स्पीड इज ऑलरेडी कांस्टेंट बिकॉज इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सप्लाई. सो दिस टू थिंग्स आई हैव टेकन एज अ कांस्टेंट, एंड उसको यहाँ पे मैं के एज्यूम करूंगा, तो मेरा इक्वेशन हो जाएगा मॉडिफाई. सो इफ यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस इक्वेशन, देन लेट मी नो इनटू द चैट बॉक्स. इफ यू आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड this equation, then let me know into the chat box. Students, any doubt, any query, please respond so I can just move this discussion forward. So this is the equation is the K into S. I'm not audible. Is it so? That is why you are not responding. If I'm not audible, then please let me know into the chat box. Okay. Okay, clear. Yeah, okay. So this is the equation. Now let's move forward. The torque developed will be maximum at particular value of slip, because if you look at यहाँ पे torque, and there is a because this is a parameter which is continuously changing in our machine. Yes or no? Because if you applying the load, it is going to affect the slip. Yes or no? Because as you apply the load, your rotor speed is going to be changed, and as your rotor speed changes, what will happen? Your sleep is going to be changed. Yes. Yeah, I'm explaining. No need to worry. We are going to start the derivation. अभी derivation नहीं start किया. So अभी just we are working on it. Okay, Arbaz? तो अभी derivation start नहीं हुआ. तो अभी क्या करना पड़ेगा कि the torque develop will be maximum at a particular value of the sleep. If you look at sleep is variable quantity. Sleep is the variable quantity. Therefore, to obtain the condition for the maximum torque, the above expression has to be differentiated with respect to S. So क्या करना पड़ेगा? ये जो आपका जो टॉर्क इक्वेशन है उसको मेरे को डिफरेंशिएट करना पड़ेगा डी टी बाय डी एस है. ठीक है? क्यों? बिकॉज स्लीप इज द वेरिएबल पैरामीटर. चलो यहाँ पे इतना समझ आ गया कि नहीं आ गया? रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो. We have to differentiate this torque with respect to sleep. With respect to sleep हमको इसको डिफरेंशिएट करना पड़ेगा. Let's move further. Let me check your chat box. I got the, yeah, okay, got the response from Rohit. Arbaz, you are not responding. You are with us, or you are doing some else work. Means you are focusing on other thing. Okay. Now, if you differentiate this term, how we can differentiate this part? Any one of you? Do you know how to differentiate this part? So let's simplify this differentiation. So it will be R2 divided by R2 square plus S square X2 square plus S into R2 divided by R2 square plus S square X2 square. So this is how we can differentiate these two terms. Okay. Now, if you differentiate these terms like this, how we are going to solve it out? Any solutions from your side? Or we can, what we can do, just let's do a one modification over here so we can easily simplify this. Let's do one more modification. What we are doing over here, let's take the y over here, and I'm taking the y is equal to 1 upon e. So if you make this like this, you will be getting the answer R2 square plus, this is just to simplify your derivation part, and it will be K upon SR2. चलो यहां तक किसी को कोई डाउट है तो चैट बॉक्स में रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो। अब इसको और सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं, R2 अपॉन क्या आएगा, R2 स्क्वायर अपॉन K into S into R2. So this makes your derivation easy. S2 square upon X2 square upon यहाँ पे आएगा S square X2 square. अब इसको और सिंप्लीफाई करो तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी कैंसल आउट, यहाँ पे ये कैंसल हो जाएगा, ठीक है। एंड यहाँ पे एस स्क्वायर भी हो जाएगा कैंसल। सॉरी यहाँ पे है, यहाँ पे एस स्क्वायर है, सॉरी जस्ट अ मिनट, आई डिड मिस्टेक, लेट मी जस्ट रीराइट इट, आई नीड इरेजर। All of you, you are also requested to start the derivation with me. Again, R2 square upon S square X2 square upon KS R2. So R2 square upon K into S into R2 plus S square X2 square upon K S R2. तो यहाँ से R2, यहाँ से ये कैंसिल हो जाएगा, यहाँ से एक स्लिप चली जाएगी, यहाँ से ये चला जाएगा, और यहाँ पे क्या बचेगा, अल्टीमेटली यहाँ पे रहेगा R2 अपॉन K इंटू एस प्लस यहाँ पे रहेगा S इंटू X2 स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय K इंटू R2। चलो यहाँ तक किसी को कोई डाउट हो तो चैट बॉक्स में रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो। यहाँ तक किसी को कोई डाउट हो तो चैट बॉक्स में रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो। ओके, अब एक काम करते हैं, both are small s dear, no need to worry, that is the you can see that both are small s, no need to worry about it. So as is same everywhere over here. Now what I'm doing, I'm just switching over to white page so I can just show detail derivation. तो लास्ट स्टेप यहाँ पे ये था हमारा, मैं लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पे। सो लास्ट स्टेप इज R2 upon K into S. Q, is it clear now? R2 upon K into S प्लस एक काम करता हूँ मैं, आगे का स्टेप भी लिख देता हूँ तो यू विल नॉट बी कंफ्यूज। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट इट फ्रॉम दिस, y is equal to 1 upon t, and that is equal to, I'm showing you R2 square S square S2 SX2 square R2 X square X2 square divided by KS R2। चलो ठीक है, तो अभी इसको थोड़ा और सिंप्लीफाई कर देते, R2 अपॉन ks r2 plus s square. My handwriting are readable, means you can easily just read it from your screen, or you are facing any problem. So here r2 square is going to be cancel out. यहाँ पे हो जाएगा s cancel. So what will remain in the solution? r2 upon k into s plus x2 square upon k into r2. ये वेरीफाई कर लेते हैं, ये हमने लास्ट में डिराइव किया था, r2 upon ks and sx2 upon k into r2. r2 upon ks, just a minute, r2 upon ks, correct, and here it is sx2 upon kr2. Here it is sx2. What is pending? Yeah, yes, right. चलो अब इसका करना है हमको डिफरेंशिएशन विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू स्लीप, सो इट विल बी dy by ds. ठीक है, अब किसी को डिफरेंशिएशन पता है? डिफरेंशिएशन व्हाट वुड बी द डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ 1 by x? किसी को आंसर बताओ तो, डिफरेंशिएशन ऑफ 1 by x. Know the answer, then let me know into this. So it is 1 by x का आंसर आता है minus 1 by x square, so it will be r2 upon k into s square. It's a, yeah, correct. Q has responded. Correct. Very good, dear. And what is the differentiation of s? Differentiation of s क्या आएगा यहाँ पे, किसी को पता है? Differentiation of s with respect to s. Answer क्या आएगा? So it will be 1. So correct. Q, very good, dear. So x2 square upon k into r2. ओके, अब इसका सिंप्लीमेशन ऊपर करते थोड़ा, तो यहाँ पे 1 is the minus 1 is the positive sum, so they 1 will be go on this right hand side. So आंसर क्या बनेगा इसका? x2 square upon k into r2 is equal to r2 upon k s square. ठीक है, अब इसको यहाँ पे भेज देते हैं और इसको भेज देते हैं यहाँ पे, तो यहाँ पे आंसर क्या आएगा? इसको और आगे सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं थोड़ा ऊपर की ओर. आई थिंक यू आर एबल टू रीड इट फ्रॉम माई स्क्रीन. k, सॉरी, जस्ट अ मिनट, इसको प्रॉपर्ली करते हैं. अब इसको यहाँ पे भेजेंगे तो आंसर आएगा x2 स्क्वायर k इंटू स्लीप स्क्वायर इज इक्वल टू, राइट हैंड साइड पे आएगा k इंटू r2 स्क्वायर. तो यहाँ पे k और k कैंसिल हो जाएगा. यहाँ पे अंडर रूट लेके, इफ यू टेक द अंडर रूट ऑफ दिस, तो यू विल गेट द आंसर r2 is equal to sx2. If you are able to understand this, then let me know to the chat box. Now, what do you understand by this answer? What do you produce by a this waiting for a response? So the point is when router resistance is sleep time your router reactance. At that time, your machine will produce the maximum torque. जब आपका rotor resistance का value sleep time से और rotor reactance होगा तो आपकी sleep change हो रही है. And at one point at time, what will happen if you multiply sleep with the rotor reactance and if it is equal to rotor resistance, at that time your machine will produce the maximum torque. At the time your machine will produce the maximum torque. So this is the equation of the maximum torque, and you can put this R2 is equal to X2 value in this equation of the torque. So that is a task which I'm giving it to you, in which you are supposed to put this value, okay, and find out the answer. So what you're supposed to put, you can just make the sleep as a subject from this equation. So S का आंसर आपको मिलेगा R2 by X2, and this value you need to put in the torque equation. मैं यहाँ पे लिख देता हूँ. What is the torque equation? It is K1 into S into E2 square into R2, and is divided by R2 square plus S X2 square. तो ये वैल्यू आपको यहाँ पे रखनी है, ये इक्वेशन के अंदर S के अंदर S की वैल्यू, and you need to simplify this answer. And if you are simplifying that, just think that what answer you will get at the end of the simplification. चलो प्लीज अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, मैं आपको नेक्स्ट स्क्रीन पे के लिख के दे देता हूँ. क्या करना है, आपके पास टॉर्क का इक्वेशन ऑलरेडी अवेलेबल है. टॉर्क का इक्वेशन है दैट इज K1 into S into E2 square. I'm just putting the equation on your screen, into R2 divided by R2 square plus S into X2 square. एंड आपको यहाँ पे क्या करना है, आपको यहाँ पे रखनी है वैल्यू S इज इक्वल टू R2 बाय X2. ये हमको कहाँ से मिला, हमको ये मिला R2 इज इक्वल टू SX2 के ऊपर से. So from this point we got this answer. Giving you 2 minutes to simplify and respond into the chat. Okay, not getting the response. All of you are calculating parallelly with me. Just आपको क्या करना है? You need to put this value in this equation. यहाँ पे s की जगह पे ये वैल्यू लिखनी है और यहाँ पे ये वैल्यू आपको पुट करनी है एंड आपको आंसर फाइंड करना है. तो यहाँ पे आपका आंसर क्या आ रहा है वो मुझे एक बार चैट बॉक्स में रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो. Oh, get got the answer from KU. Very good, dear. Very good, very good. Your answer is correct. KU is the first student to reply. What about the other students? KU has responded. चलो बाकी के student, all of you are requested to start the calculation. Please respond in the chat box. uh, Audio is low. You can just look at on the screen what you are supposed to do. आपको ये values के अंदर put करनी है और आपको इसका आंसर फाइंड करना है. You just need to put this value into equation and you need to come to the answer. Okay. Got the response from Arbas, Rohit, and Hagush. Very good. So you will get the answer. That is E2 squared upon 2 into X2. Now, what is important over here? The maximum torque here, if you look at, is independent, means it is not dependent upon the rotor resistance. Yes or no? So maximum torque produce हो रहा है, and that is not dependent upon the rotor resistance. But the speed at which this will happen, that can be determined by the rotor resistance. So again, we need a rotor resistance, but we need it is dependent upon. Again, second is rotor resistance is inversely proportional to potential reactance. So it is only it is also inversely proportional to reactance. And again, this maximum torque is also dependent upon the voltage, rotor voltage, applied voltage, or you can say rotor voltage. So these are the some of the things that we can conclude from this derivation. Okay, these are the some things that some parameters that we can control from this derivation. Okay, now let's do one calculate one numerical on it. So all of you, please be active because as you know that I can ask you to submit the numerical to get your attendance. Okay, so I'm putting the data on your screen, all of you. So please be focused. So a three-phase induction motor has a rotor induced EMF. So E2 is 120 volt. So you just need to put the data as I'm putting on your screen. No need to write down the whole example. 120 volt between the slip rings at the standstill condition. So this is at the standstill. This is the standstill condition. And the rotor winding has a resistance of 0.3 ohm. So it has a R2 is equal to 0.3 ohm. And reactance per phase is the 1.5 ohm. So reactance per phase is the 1.5 ohm. And calculate the first is the you need to calculate the rotor current. Rotor current you need to calculate. Again, when you have to calculate the rotor current, you need to calculate in the running condition when sleep is 4%. Make sure sleep is the 4%. Second is the sleep and the rotor current. Second, which you need to calculate parameter जो आपको find करना है. Sleep you need to find out, and the rotor current per phase you need to find out. When rotor is developing the maximum torque. Okay. Now, if you have any doubt in the data, then let me know into the chat box. Data में कोई doubt हो तो एक बार chat box में respond कर दो. Then we will go towards the solution. Then we will go towards the solution. Please respond. If you are not having any doubt in the data, then respond now into the chat box. Okay. So first of all, we need to find out the rotor induced EMF. Okay. So let's start with the first solution. And you know that Rotor induced EMF is dependent upon sleep times the rotor voltage, because we need to find out at the 4% slip. So we need to consider the EMF induced at the 4% slip. हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा कि रोटर जब मशीन के अंदर स्लीप चेंज होगी तो ऑब्वियसली रोटर का वोल्टेज आपका चेंज होगा. So at that sleep you need to find out the rotor voltage. So that is equal to this. So you know that sleep is 0.04, and here the volt, this is 120 volt. Voltage is given. So here again I'm repeating. Here your machine is connected in the star. So you know that VL is equal to root 3 VPH. You know this relation between the line voltage and phase voltage. So if you want phase voltage, you need to divide it with the by root 3. So here we are going to calculate the voltage produced for the phase. So that will be multiplied by 120 divided by 3, because ये आपको जो voltage दिया हुआ है, that is your line voltage VL. So that you will get the per phase voltage produced at that particular slip. So if you are having any doubt, any query, then let me know into the chat box. Please calculate the rotor reactance. Rotor reactance is on your screen. Drop your answers into the chat box. Yeah, got the response from Hagosh, Amri, and Keyur. Would you please drop the first answer so then you can go to the next answer? Yeah, correct. Rohit, your answer is correct. Waiting for other students to respond. XR answer I need. Then next is you need to calculate a rotor reactance. So you know the equation of rotor reactance, Z is equal to under root of R2 square plus X2 square. So here you have the two terms which is on your screen. Rotor reactance is given to you, that is over here 0.3, where rotor reactance we already have it from this equation. So you need to put these values into this equation. Yeah, correct, correct. Hagos, your answer is correct. Deepu Kumar Singh, your answer is correct. So just put these two values in this equation and find out the rotor reactance. Please find out this rotor reactance. Please find out the rotor reactance and let me know into the chat box. Correct. Uh, Rotor impedance. So I'm just putting the answers on your screen so you can just verify. You should get this answer as 2.77. So make sure you should get this answer like this. Rotor reactance answer you should get as a 0.06. And if you are putting these two values over here, you will be able to get this answer. So I'm waiting for this answer. Rotor impedance per phase, ZR. I'm waiting for this answer into the chat box. Rotor impedance per phase. Then after finding out this answer, what you are supposed to calculate. So next is the, you already have the rotor voltage that is equal to ER, and you already have the rotor reactance that is the, you will get it over from here. So rotor current you will find as the, this voltage that is ER divided by the ZR. So this answer I need in the next step, that is the rotor current. Rotor current. So that answer you are supposed to find out. Giving you 2 minutes for. So we are keeping the example up to this point. What we will do in the next session, we will finish the rest of the example in the next session, and we will continue our discussion with the air gap power. We will start the discussion now on the air gap power. So now we will move towards the power which is developed by our machine. Now just give me a moment, and if you're having any query, any doubt, so I request you to share your doubts into the chat box. Otherwise, let's call it a day today. कोई डाउट हो तो चैट बॉक्स में रिस्पॉन्ड कर दो, अदरवाइज आज का सेशन यहाँ पे पूरा करते हैं. And what we're going to discuss in the next session, as I told you, we will do the numerical. We will finish this numerical, remaining part of the numerical, and we will start the discussion on the air gap power. And you can check your chat box. Link of attendance is there. I request all the students to drop your attendance on that link, and you can leave the session. Have a good day.